Hello there everybody and welcome to my basic guide for Forward Escape the Fold. I'm Icon and this video will wrap up everything you need to know to enjoy this game and actually even win it. As usual, there are timestamps in the description box below, so if you're looking for something in particular, go check it out. The first things first, what's the gameplay about? This is a card-based roguelike, so you're traversing a game field composed out of cards with a character that you select at the beginning of the game. There's a handful of characters to pick from, and every one of them has 3 different spells that you can equip. There's only 1 spell per run. And beyond that, let's open up that. There's always one boss at the end of a level. There's 13 levels in total. Not all of them have a boss. Some of them are just event levels and such. And the game field here is composed out of cards, as you see here. You select how to move, and you have to survive until the end of the tunnel, and then the next level comes, and so on and so forth. Have you beaten the 13th level? You've won. Congratulations. And that's basically the summary of it. This is a very, very quickly addicting game, and it's extremely fun to play. So, next topic, let's explain the user interface real quickly. I've already touched the gameplay. Down here, we see our health, our armor, mana, the skulls, this is one type of currency. The gold, this is the another type of currency, and the amount of items I have equipped. You see a couple of these stats directly reflected on your character, like or current HP. Mana here, well, as soon as I have 5 mana, I can cast a spell. I can't store more than 5 mana, so here goes that. Over here you have a sidebar for your equipped items. These are passive trinkets that do their effect constantly while you're just moving around. You can have that detailed or not. And over here we see the game field. So as you see here, there's different cards. If you mouse over them, they get a quick explanation what they do. And movement and all these things I'm going to explain in a second. As you see here, the user interface is really easy and quick to understand. The numbers here give you an impression about how strong the card is, like how many gold coins, how much healing, how much shielding, how much damage the enemy will do. It's pretty simple. So that's pretty much all I want to say about the user interface. That's been really quick, and I like that this game is so simply designed yet very effective. So, how to play this game? You pick up your character per drag and drop him on top of the tile that you want to be. So you're picking up gold coins, for example, and if you're standing on this tile, you can traverse over to this one, and that's pretty much how you walk. The goal of the game is to reach the end of this parkour alive, and enemy cards, as you see with this little arrow, will attack you once you get close. So let's pick up the shield and show you what I'm talking about. So this guy's directly attacking me, and after you've beaten an enemy, he's going to drop an item. It's going to be gold, or like in this example, a sword, which is a pretty powerful thing, because it's going to deal damage to all visible items, enemies. So here we go, bam. So beyond that, as you see here, this goes on and on until we reach the end of the level. A couple of things that are worth mentioning here. So let's pick up the poison so I can show you. Usually you would ask yourself, why the hell are you doing this, Icon? That's because I want to attack an enemy and show you the difference. So if you attack an enemy, you gain skulls in an amount which is directly linked to the damage. So if you get attacked though, you don't gain any skulls. What are skulls good for, you might ask yourself? They are a currency that is used for various things. Some items use skulls as fuel. There are shops which sell you powerful items with skulls. All in all, it's always worth attacking the enemies because of the extra currency that you will only gain if you're not being attacked. Beyond that, there's tons of different mechanics. So for example, here you see an item which gives you protection. You gain 1 point of armor after each move. Here's poison, dealing you 1 point of damage per turn, which can't kill you. And let's pick that thing up. You see this effect is now lasting here, and whenever I move now, I gain 1 point of armor. Armor is always deducted from the total before the health is being touched. Health potions can only heal your health to a total amount. And let's finish that level real quick. Here you see, enemies attacking me, and at the end of the tunnel, there is that enemy. And if I had 5 mana, I could have casted my spell here, which deals damage to all the visible enemies. And at the end of the level, I gain a heart, which increases my total maximum HP, and I get to select an item. So, as you see here, items have very, very different things for themselves. So get skulls after being attacked. So this will break that rule I've explained a moment ago. Poison cards will consume all your skulls and inflict as much damage to visible enemies. So this is, for example, an item which will utilize your skulls, or power up for sword cards. This is where the game goes deeper, and this is where we're actually going to leave the how to play section, because now you practically know everything you need to know to enjoy this game. Now let's talk about strategizing, because this game is going to beat you to pulp if you just keep walking. But you can't just keep walking and learn by that. The thing here is, let's head into the how to win section. If you just move along and do your thing, you're most likely going to get killed sooner or later. The enemies are getting stronger per level, and you're only gaining like 1 health point per level if you're lucky. And the key to success here is to rack up items that are a powerful combo for you all in all. So, for example, now with the poisonous hammer, I can use poison to smack enemies with. So I'll show you. Here, we'll pick up, bam, and suddenly we deal damage out of that. Now my skulls are all spent, of course, so I gotta be careful with that. But now I'm also able to walk there, pick up yet another skull, walk there, pick up more skulls, and the next poison card is now usable for me. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. You can do so many crazy things with the items that you can pick up, and there are various different status effects. For example, there's stealth, which makes the enemies no longer attack you. So while you're stealth, you can pick up that shield without that goblin here smacking you. There's lots of cool things that you can do with those status effects, and from my own experience, you won't win this game if you don't utilize status effects to some greater extent. For example, here I'm now able to cheese through this level quite heavily by just utilizing the poison cards, and I almost took no damage. A couple of things that I want to mention here. Statuses and damage will be transferred into the next level. So if I'm ending up at this level with a lot of damage, a lot of poison, I'll be transferred into the next level with those status effects as well. Your starting character merely feels like you're starting out with full HP every level because you're running around with an apple, which heals you when you start a level. At the end of each level, you should really try to select these items as, well, as according to your plans as possible. Here's the fun. I mean, you are going to be randomized every time, and you never know what you're really going to be up against, but that's where the game's pretty random and giving you a lot of fun. Here's, for example, an event card, which allows me to buy even more cards. There's one thing, sadly none of them showed up here. There's also cursed items. Oh, here, when I lose all my armor, gain stealth. I love that item. Cursed items only have downsides. Sometimes the game even forces you to pick up a cursed item, in terms like sometimes you face a chest where you have to pick up a reward, and these cursed items are, at the first glance, only bad, but as a matter of fact, you can utilize them with other items yet again, so you will be utilizing your cursed cards also for some extent. There are lots of cool items that give you the option to use these as well, but as a rule of thumb, cursed items are bad for your health, and you should, if possible, always try to avoid them. Here, for example, I'm stealthed, so now I can just go here. That's one thing that I wanted to show you because it was I was insecure about that. I have only 1 stack of stealth left, but this thing won't attack me, even though the stealth expires in this turn. When I did that the first time, I was wondering how this would exactly work, but here you see, I am now able to traverse the battlefield way more freely with that, and that's only one effect of many. If you want to win the game, pick some strategy that looks fun for you and just stick with it, and you'll see that your performance will increase massively due to that. And before you know what you're doing, you're actually going to win the game. So here we go. Attacking the boss with stealth gave me a massive amount of skulls, for example, and there's so many different ways of having fun with this. It's up to you. One last thing that I want to mention, items can be bought several times and their effects stack. So for example, the poisoned hammer would be not a smart thing to stack, but the apple or the meat or even the monster horn, all these bonuses where you get a certain amount of bonus, they stack and they're pretty brilliant. And if you really want to win hard or want to get your first victory, my personal favorite strategies were either focusing into stealth or focusing into armor. Armor can be really, really powerful too, and there's so nice items out there which will allow you to stack stupid amounts of armor because, you know, health has a limit, armor doesn't. And there's that. Okay, let's exit the game here and go back to home, and I'm going to show you the last chapter, the unlocks. So let's go for a new game, and once you've won your first game, you unlock new challenge modes. So there's also a journey mode, which I haven't unlocked yet. And also there's unlockable characters here. I want to lose a couple of words about the unlockables here before we end this video. The unlockable characters are just new options that you can go for, and you'll find locations on the map sometimes. For example, there's a dark cave card. This will open up an entire new level, which will reward you at the end with a new character. And as you see here, there's lots of different cards, and you have to find these over your runs to unlock these heroes. To unlock the powers, it's pretty simple. You just need to win a game with a previous power. So you win a game with the Pillar of Fire, then you win a game with the Whirlwind power, and so on and so forth. You can only select one power per run, and as you see here, this means you have a lot of variety to go for. And I don't want to explain much more there, but I can only wholeheartedly recommend this game if you like games like Slay the Spire or any card-based roguelike or deck builder. This game is a treat for you, with a big advantage of a very short game time. Every run takes only like 20 minutes or 30 if you're really thinking hard about your turns, which means this is an excellent game if you don't have that much time, but you want to have some fun with roguelikes. So, I hope that guide helped you out in terms of understanding the deeper mechanics of the game. Oh, one last thing. While we're talking about unlockables, there's only one thing you can unlock, and that's 17. There's only 17 items you can unlock. Sorry, it's a misstatement there. And as you see here, there's certain conditions, and you can unlock new items with that. But beyond that, it's only characters unlockable, and this handful of items. 158 items are there from the beginning for you. You just have to find them. That's that. I hope you found that quite helpful, and I hope you guys will enjoy this game as much as I did, or still doing. I merely just started out, honestly. I just wanted to share the fun with you and share the ideas of how to win this game. So drop your comments down below, share me your strategies, share me whatever you want to say about this game. I'm all ears to hear what you guys think about it. Of course, leave a thumbs up on that video if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing to my channel. There's daily content coming up there, hundreds of videos that you can already watch, and what I also have in store for you is a Twitch channel. The link is in the description box alongside with the timestamps. So have a good time, everybody, and I hope I'll see you guys again soon. Goodbye, and have a good one.